in the oven. We gonna be here a while, all right, friends?
Hey guys, I mean, this was quite the set. The whole crowd loved it, so hopefully we're gonna love it just as much in the grand finals. These guys are using, quite literally, exposing the limits of this game and not even caring about what physics may be proceeding, because this Looney Tune of a game is happening and it's gonna make Ultimate feel fresh and new in this grand finals.
Oh yeah, well let's see how it goes. Gotta tell you what's fresh right now, and that is Pocket and them hands on that controller right now. Very, very warmed up. Syrup right here getting taken for a very, very quick ride. And of course, Pocket having to play from behind here. Keep in mind, I mean, it's not out of character for somebody to reset in grand finals. We've just seen it in Melee. We can most certainly see it over here in Ultimate. Okay,
oh! Okay! Pocket favoring from that display. You got a plane versus a cart. What's going to be more? Maybe in another lifetime it'd be the plane, but not here in Ultimate. I mean, there's some paper plane, okay?
That's right.
Maybe Game & Watch control in that one.
That's right. Very, very much a thin plane right there, and a thin and fickle stock right there for that first game, or excuse me, in this game number one. It feels like, again, Pocket just knows exactly how to play at the ledge, which is something that I feel like Syrup maybe struggled a little bit with. What the?
Well, how did you survive? Wait a minute, though. Don't let yourself think that you're safe, because the lava is here to kind of burn up the competition as we rack up more damage. I mean, Syrup falling behind more and more, needs a little bit of a break. I love it. Take some time to think, okay, man, you're a little bit colder than Pocket from the last set, but let's warm up quick.
That's right. And as you can see right now, Pocket bringing the heat, going up a whole 2 stocks right here on Syrup. Things are just getting a little dicey right now, not quite winning in some of these interactions that they're looking for. Of course, Pocket not quite respecting the card like how they should, which has elected Syrup to get this stock right now and to get themselves a point on the board. A little late to the party, but there's still time to make magic happen. You just have to lean into some of that ideology that you had the first time they played, taking card away from Pocket, and then, of course, knowing how to work around Anvil at the ledge. There's up air.
It was a little bit scarier, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just when you thought you were playing all the correct answers, you unfortunately just had the wrong equation. A little bit off on that angle, and that was the first game. Pocket is striking back, and he is definitely warm, as you said.
That's right, striking back in a big way right here. No Mewtwo, all right? I feel like, again, you know, Syrup has come into this one with a lot of resilience. They understand the gameplay and the method at hand. Let me disengage. I know I'm going to be here for the long run, so why would I get aggressive right now? I still got a whole set to use to try to figure you out. The problem is that Pocket said, I'm holding forward now this time. A lot of the interactions that we had in that first set, I'm not allowing to have anymore. Now, I'm picking apart your game plan. How are you going to adjust to me despite me being on the loser side of bracket?
It's all going to come down again. There's stamina. Are you going to wake up? But there's a difference between waking up, and there's a difference between when you should actually stay still, right? Sometimes the best time is just not move, right? And sometimes standing there, controlling that space the way that Syrup is oh so kindly demonstrating now is the best option. Standing there, making those, making the materials as many as you possibly can. I mean, you already got gold and diamond in your sleeve, so you're looking real good, even though Pocket has already pulled it out, but it doesn't seem to be coming in his favor the way that it is for Syrup.
No, unfortunately not. I mean, again, playing that game where you have to now come to me in order to battle, and I think that's something that the Steves have been so good at distributing versus other opponents, but now they're kind of matched up, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound, blow for blow versus each other. Once one side gets the lead, the other side has to come in, whether it be well calculated or haphazard. You still have to worry about the swing on the pickaxe. Wow, double dare, 2,000. My goodness. Whoa.
That was all the 3 games that he won. You know, man, you got 1 game, you got 2 games, you got 3 games, and I'm going to knock it right back into you and make sure that you don't get 1 game ever again, because, my man, I'm on the verge of 6-0ing you and showcasing why that I have Pocket.
Oh, goodness. And I know it's not a dare, but damn it, it feels like a dare because it gets a spike. But the Anvil, of course, is certainly what they're looking for right here in this matchup. Another one. You ain't the only one.
Hey, yo, DJ Khaled up in here at this point.
I know, another one.
There you go.
Okay, enjoy this F smash. And again, this time not coming from behind the wall. Usually we'll see Syrup swing through the wall to, again, kind of mix up the opponent. You think you can run up on me. You think it's safe. You think I'm just not even paying attention to you. And then just right when you think it's safe to approach, F smash closes out your stock. So
I think that's the beauty of Steve, right? You think that you're safe. You start getting comfortable. Then boom, next thing you know, you're losing. And that's what's so dangerous. You gotta never play too comfortable. You gotta be comfortable in the matchup, understand and have that confidence, but also not let your ego get in the way. Because at one little hit, just like you saw, 63 to 84, it's racking up quick. And that's why Syrup has been kind of stealing these games a little bit.
Yeah, that most certainly has. And of course, stealing some of these methods to get back to the ledge, too. I feel like Syrup kind of taking a page out of Pocket's book. Pocket just got majority of this tournament have been so proficient getting back to the stage uncontested, but now kind of getting a little taste of his own medicine with that down smash, and in that case right there, the back air. No access back to the stage and no access to me. I'm in my room and I need a little bit of space right now. Craft table on lock. Okay, got gold on one side, diamond on the other. I got my diamond too, homie. Let's throw some weight around.
We ready? You got your sword, you got mine. Okay, go.
That's right. Let's see how it's gonna go.
Here we go, and looks like it's starting out on the side of Syrup, racking more damage than what he had before. I love that he's starting to call out Pocket's habits of when he's dropped him down anvil. He's been calling it out every single time, just like there. Again, even with the card play, this has been a consistent habit and pattern from the side of Pocket, and Syrup is here to let you know you better start changing those habits.
That's right. You better change them up, and you better change them quick, okay? Because I have a game plan, and it is most certainly working. Game number 1, Syrup, again, a little bit more haphazard on their approach. I think Pocket kind of coming into this one with a lot of momentum, especially just having that mindset like you talked about, that I'm in this one for the long run. I'm very warmed up. I'm very poised after playing Wrath. I'm going to take the ideology and apply it towards you. However, Syrup said, you can get aggressive if you want. I'm disengaging. Once my toolkit is where it needs to be, remember, I'm in winners. Once it's where it needs to be, you in some trouble, homie. And Pocket, of course, will have to get a little bit more close to, I think, really shake up what Syrup's bringing to the table.
Those tables are up and running now. Crafting with the materials provided by them. You got Pocket switching up to the legendary original Steve and already having gold and diamond in the pocket. But sometimes your pockets might be full and it might weigh you down, because Syrup, man, making that damage count way more than we saw before. And actually the amazing mash to get out of that cart and find your way back into the battle.
I'll tell you what, on the topic of pockets, I got to give it to Syrup right here. Looking to put some of that first place money in theirs with how well they've kicked off this match. But right now, of course, has Pocket into the corner. Fortunate enough, not quite able to capitalize with it they're supposed to. Oh my God, that is Pocket's calling right there, going for the TNT. But of course, if they get the damage from the TNT, they'll take it. But looking for the smoke animation, just enough frames on that. Very similar to what Plant does with that purple breath of theirs, to go for something explosive out of it. You don't even see it coming. By the time you're ready to react, you're already on the receiving end of the option.
All right, Pocket going a little bit too high with these blocks, I think. You
oh,
know,
yeah.
Again, you don't want to stay over your opponent, but you're going to get run over underneath, and you lost your legs, and now you're going to get stomped on. Pocket realizing the mistake, but hopefully not going to go too over your opponent, as we were saying before, because Syrup has been staying so grounded, just like we saw there. Once again, staying underneath Pocket to contest against these landing habits that he is consistently putting on.
That's right. I think Syrup is just home sweet home. As long as they understand when I'm going for my damage, I'm making sure it's clean and confirmed damage. Nothing too big, not overextending myself. Again, this is still Pocket, one of the best Steves in the business. Let me make sure I count my swings a little bit more carefully here. And Syrup said, look, I know I have the lead. I'm going to go for what works, but what doesn't work is how you just approach Pocket right there, bringing this thing back into even footing. There's your TNT, but you keep it, though. You better get it out of here. What the? You better move.
Oh,
I said you better
watch
move.
Out. Okay, I'm nearly avoiding the TNT as it explodes, but the damage has been done. I mean, 64, and Syrup has barely any materials. As I'm saying that, though, takes that quick few 3 seconds to make up half of those iron, and no, not gonna continue to make because you dropped yourself an anvil, and now Pocket looking way more comfortable in that grounded space, but the rebuttal from Syrup fighting for the Pokeball.
Trying to keep this one towards center stage, understanding the importance of not playing the ledge game anymore versus Pocket. That is where they're most dangerous, in my personal opinion. We've seen it the first time that they played. Now, despite Syrup, being able to move forward, the anvil shenanigans at the ledge was too Looney Tune right there for Syrup to work around. So I don't blame him for keeping this match center stage, putting a lot of respect on Pocket's name. The problem is you don't want to put too much on. Back in that card again, definitely don't jump towards me. I'm waiting for it.
Double roll, that always makes it a little bit scarier, and unfortunate for Syrup is going to stay alive. You are on PS2. You do have a little bit of an easier time when you are trying to DI and get back on that stage from the corners, and that amazing tech too protecting you in your home. But unfortunately, there's just no more walls to keep you cornered in your house. You are no longer safe and need to evacuate to a new home, buddy, because man, you just got kind of exploded there.
Got caught up right there, unfortunately enough. Should never even have let them into your home in the first place. You brought this upon yourself. 55% right now on the behalf of Pocket, but really what even is elite with how well their execution has been throughout the majority of this top 8. Watch how you jump out that card. I'm starting to bring this back. Anvil, I heard you like those. Oh, just not when you're on the receiving end of them. My bad.
Oh, it might be. Okay, let me try again. Back here into the neutral, sitting on you. You're not going to fly as high as that last set, but let me give you another one. Let's see if you can take a third one. Pocket having such control, and oh, as I'm saying that though, Syrup making sure that we hear him loud and clear. He's got anvils of his own as he is making more and more materials and contest at the back here before Pocket can even get one ready. Amazing spacing.
Oh my goodness.
Even extending the hitbox there on the cart.
Oh, that's right. Not respecting the cart at all. Just backing off. I got what I need right here, but let's see if I can use it to succeed. That is the million-dollar question. The cart starting to come through in a big way.
Whoa!
There's Anvil. Not again. And the KO. Love the frame trap right there from Pocket. I cannot stress enough how important it is to not get caught at the ledge versus Pocket when it comes to the Anvil gameplay. They have shown such proficiency with that. Whether the move lands, whether they use it, to frame trap, you bet your bottom dollar. Once you're in that position, it's home sweet home, and you're not coming back for free.
Oh, no, you're not. Nothing is free here, okay? The cost of these materials are quite high.
That's fact, yo.
You gotta definitely reserve those materials and use them to their biggest potential that they can do to surpass these limits from these players. Pocket definitely showing signs of life as he takes it over here in the advantage states. 2-1 over Syrup. If he does take this third game, we will be resetting the bracket. It's going to be up to Syrup, though, to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely not. They definitely want to make sure that does not happen, because I think once you allow Pocket to reset the bracket, the match kind of feels like it's done at that point. It might just be checkmate, but I ain't trying to call it too early right here. Syrup, of course, a very nasty individual. I'm going to be honest, coming into this tournament, too, did not even know that they had a Steve. I'm so, used to the Ness gameplay that I was like, yo, Steve is a thing? And then I thought on paper, a young player this proficient with Ness playing Steve now, I'm afraid of this.
Yeah.
And here they are in grand
I feel like
finals.
the younger these guys are, the harder the Steve is,
Did it?
right?
100%.
You grew up with Minecraft. You already know the way it works. You put it into that fresh, amazing, young life when that amazing, reaction time, right? The younger, the quicker it is, and you put it in the hands of Steve, you already know the amazing combo you're going to get.
Oh, my goodness. On the top, you're getting comboed right here. Pocket starting to cook it up, but they said the combo stop right here, friends. Now, I play very good at the ledge, too. You might not get the Anvil gameplay, but I know that if you come back over that ledge too aggressive, you're just even a couple pixels above me. I'm going to try to scoop you up with up smash. Syrup right here looking good, landing down safely.
I feel like a lot of people forget how heavy Steve actually is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He looks like a couple of blocks, be very resemble to our friend Game & Watch in terms of paper, but no, those blocks are not 2D. He is a 3D big boy and an adult that is flying high in the sky. He's not the pilot though. The passenger is out of here and losing the stock. Pocket still in it.
Still in it, but we got to see if they're ready to win it right now. Anvil gameplay has been so dangerous right here on both of their behalf, but really on the side of Pocket. Pocket, of course, now in the corner, nothing off the down smash. Got to give it to him, man. Syrup's been doing a really good job at maneuvering around the down smash reads at the ledge. I don't know if it's just like a Steve on Steve thing, like we know what the other one's looking for. Ooh. I've seen a lot of players really struggle to deal with either down tilt or down smash on the way back up. So, of course, getting up above and over the wall is that forwarder. Pickaxe, though, coming through right now. Ugh.
I feel like Syrup is just showcasing so many new tricks, right? Some of these I haven't seen. With Pocket just not biting. He's not falling for any of it. His eyes are peeled. He's using his knowledge on this character, understanding where things are going. Down is where you are going indeed. I mean, we are back 0-0, guys. This is it. The very important Game 4 stock that you don't want to mess up.
That's right. I thought for sure we were going to see an Anvil, but Syrup even throwing me off. Said no Anvil needed. I'm trying to keep as much material online as possible. Max going to go. Oh my God, Max going to go for the spike there that time. Smart gameplay, and the adjustments certainly on the fly for Syrup, but not entirely where they need to be 100%. Courtesy of Pocket right now. Whoa, and we are in the reset. Well,
my goodness gracious, the crowd goes wild as the bracket resets on the side of Pocket, looking amazing.
This ain't looking good right here. If you're Syrup, I said it once, I'll say it again. If you get that reset, things could be going not in your favor, okay? I don't want to, it's not download complete. I don't want to say that because Syrup, of course, is a very talented individual, but it really feels like now Pocket knows what the win condition is. They know the difference between their Steve gameplay and the other sides. So we'll see how this one goes. Syrup's going to have to adjust. I think they've been you know, so used to people having to play their game. We've seen it even in the other Steve Mirror earlier bracket when they played against Soar. You know, Syrup had a game plan, Soar had one, but Syrup's definitely worked, and they didn't need to adjust. Now you have to adjust. What are you going to do versus Pocket here?
I think the biggest change that we've been seeing on the side of Pocket is his aggression, right?
Facts,
I mean,
facts.
he stopped landing on his opponent, one. But two, he is just going in, okay? He's throwing everything possible. He said, hey, yo, what time is it? It's past my bedtime. I got to put this on. I got to go home tomorrow. Let's make this end quick. I want my trophy. I didn't come here to play. I came here to win.
That's right, and not come this far only just to come this far. Okay, I'm in grand finals, but I want to be on the right side of grand finals with the W next to my name. And Pocket playing like they certainly want that. But, however, Syrup, of course, not going to fall into the nice. You ain't the only one that can get spikes off the block. Enjoy this up smash, homie. Even stocks, yo. And 50% ain't really much of a lead. I'm going to keep it a stack, all right?
It has not even been a minute yet. Both of these players pulling in all of the shenanigans you could probably see in a Looney Tunes game, and it is happening all at once. Carts flying left and right, the anvil being dropped. Syrup finds the opening, the gold is out, so it's going to be a lot quicker than you think. I was talking to Soar and many other Steve players, and they were saying, you know, sometimes you don't want diamond. You want other materials because it does benefit you with certain combos, kill setups, and at the right percentage. And in this case, looking like the gold is really coming into play for Syrup to make this comeback. But it's gone now. But hey, you still got a golden axe that you are living, and now the diamond's out.
Oh my goodness, but for how much longer? Both sides evenly matched right here. It feels in terms of skill and also in terms of percent.
Wow!
The down there into the back. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. After downer comes out, there's a good chance that they're going to swing big because you think it's your turn to swing. It most certainly is not, okay? You still need to hold shield and to be as safe as possible up close. Okay, getting the tool set up. I'm in my room right now. Not a lot of space, but it's still a room nonetheless. What is he, living in New York right now? We'll take it. There's the up smash. Bye.
Back to New Jersey you go, man.
That's right, across the Hudson.
We're going to see you later on those islands. Now, you got yourself a big house, looking very clean, controlling it, and Syrup, just when you thought that he was out of it, he is never more in it. Come back with these attacks that are just completely putting you at disadvantage and out of the arena. See ya later. Syrup bouncing back strong here on the reset game one.
That's right. This is the mentality you definitely need. There's so much momentum, so much unspoken meta when the player resets bracket. Sometimes the person on winner's side is like, dang, it might be checkmate, but not Syrup. Syrup said, look, I can adjust on the fly too, just like how you adjusted to me. Let me go ahead and put a stop to your plans and force you to keep adapting. We're going to see layers on layers right here in this matchup. Regardless of what people say or how they feel about it, these are two very dangerous young players who have shown promise with other characters. Right now, getting it done in a big way right here with the Steve gameplay.
I like how confident, too, that Syrup is showing. I mean, the man isn't showing any kind of emotion, and that just shows how focused you are. You're sometimes staying so calm, collected. You might be freaking out in your brain. We don't really know what he's thinking. But based on the way he is currently presenting himself, I mean, he's showing that he can do it. He looks quite poised, and he looks very confident. He's living and he's learning, and I like that he adapted in that comeback. He didn't care about how far behind he was. He understood, I'm the best character in this game, and I can do it.
That's right. You got to play like it, too. Sometimes you got to play like the best player in the room, even if you don't feel like it 100%. I think Syrup's doing just that right here. Now, of course, a bit of a colder start right now, but certainly starting to mix it up. Of course, I got combos galore just like how you do. But both sides, of course, disengaging. Let me get my toolkits together.
Everybody retreat. Let's go back to the camp, grab some more toys, and we're going to have more parties.
That's right. Okay, craft table here where it needs to be down smash. Curious, too. I know sometimes craft table can kind of like extend a hitbox or delay a hitbox, rather. Curious to see how down smash was going to work in conjunction with that. I don't know if that was a part of the plan or if they just needed to go for down smash to the ledge because, hell, it's just a good option.
Oh, man, I'm going to burn down your house. Big Bad Wolf blowing it down and taking that first stock. But we saw this time and time again where Pocket was in the lead and then it slips away. And I think it comes down to just how comfortable Syrup is. He really has a response even this far. I feel like we're still not comfortable, right? Like, I think that he's not really coming back into this, but yo, Pocket making sure he can get as many extra credit as he could possibly get.
That's right. Class is most certainly in session right now. Pocket, of course, put on a master class of how to get the lead and most importantly, how to maintain the lead. Up smash center stage. There will be no jumping in on me. I'm going to shut this one down. Yes, we're going to a game number 3 right here with the 1 next to my name on stream. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, and it's just not ending. You want it. Oh no, this looks like it will be an SD, but yo, magnet hands, doesn't matter because I got a sword that's gonna break that magnet and make sure that you fly across the stage stage, but hey, man, we're pretty heavy.
That's
Let
right.
me hang in there for a bit.
That's right. Looks to most certainly be deceiving. What felt like it was supposed to be a KO, not quite yet. Of course, another anvil again. That's such a good move. So dangerous, so potent, but unfortunately enough for them. Up forward smash is going to get it done. Pocket, of course, a little late to the party right now. Wait up, wait. Okay, hold up a minute. Great air dodge, but still eating another aerial. Hold up.
You're out. There's no way you are surviving that. Honestly, I kind of held my breath a little bit because you're not really sure where the heck the block is going to be. Sometimes I think it's sitting there in the corner, but no. Luckily for Pocket, he grabs that game. We're in 1-1 situation. Oh my gosh, the power that these guys have. I mean, we could potentially go here to a game 9 if needed, but the way that these guys are swinging, it can really go either way, and I think it's going to come down to who knows their character best and who can adapt to their styles best.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's a clash of two very, very different styles that now they kind of have to throw out of the window, especially to be in the reset. Whatever has worked up until this point, you have to switch it up on the fly. That's right.
You got like that elevator music playing in the background.
That's right.
Chill out a little bit, you know?
That's right. We're just backing off right here, just trying to get things in order for ourselves. And again, the calling card in the matchup, I think, for Pocket has certainly been down there. 20 frame startup, and of course, minus 14 on shield. Pretty darn good move, if I may say so myself. Syrup, of course, has to adjust. There it is. Can we get another? Whoa.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Pocket is just pressing these attacks right at the end of each frame so much easily compared to Syrup. He just has a handle on this character so much, and Syrup definitely feels like the slower paced Steve.
Oh, 100%.
Playing very much of a mind game going into this and utilizing these tools to understanding as to, okay, this move is busted, so I'm going to use this one. And he kind of is very spacious, very, very like a snake, you know, really maneuvering very well in his movement. And where Pocket really just is about, when I hit you, you are going to die.
You're going to feel it, no doubt about that. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up kind of the slippery gameplay that both of these two are bringing, but most notably Syrup right here in this match. Now, despite being down just a little bit, yeah, okay.
He's not out, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely far from out right now. And of course, you have to get out of that corner because this is where Pocket really thrives. Center stage, it's the Syrup show. In the corner, it belongs to Pocket, courtesy of that up throw. You are not safe. Forward, facing the ledge, back to the ledge, you name it. I got options for you. Whoa, clank. No, but this ain't no clank right here.
A little bit of a sword fight happening, and of course, Syrup coming here on the top of the interaction, almost getting hit by that back air, not gonna find it, but hey, we do find the fair, not gonna be a KO, but a control from the stage, and again, the battle for the Pokeball, who's gonna own that house, but no legendaries found from either side, and is going to keep on racking it up, grabbing the wall of the anvil, just looking like it was gonna drop down, but that up throw gonna seal the deal, and right back at you, he says.
It almost throws me off when I see, you know, Steve get KO'd off the top because you don't hear anything.
Right,
so, like, you really have to
good?
watch. Like, are they coming back? Like, you know, the bubble disappears. So, are they on their way back down or are they just actually gone? But in that case right there, definitely out of there. Syrup right now trying to extend what little bit of a lead that they have here. But Pocket, again, this is the position where they're most dangerous, setting up the blocks. But I got blocks too, homie. Rest assured, I'm coming back to the stage. Great back here.
I love that. Syrup, once again, I mean, a blink of an eye, we were having such a great conversation, and it just doesn't matter because Syrup, during that entire time, not only brought it back, but extended a lead, and now has an entire, just amazing stock in his advantage here, and is just controlling the pace of the game, and once again, maneuvering, showcasing his movement with this character.
That's right. You know, pacing is most certainly everything, but also just having control of the terrain, I think, will certainly benefit you in a matchup where, you know, both sides certainly have the tools to mix it up on the fly, and really both players have the mental fortitude to keep mixing it up. You have to understand, I got to control this stage if nothing else. As long as I don't let them approach me for free, I should be okay here. Syrup, of course, trying to keep it towards center stage. Please jump over that wall. I got up smash, wait for you. Get that anvil the hell out of here. Oh, 13 frame grab. Oh my God, even as kind of slow as that grab is, we don't see it punished as much as it probably should be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I think Steve is pretty slow, right? He's walking around, you never see him exactly running fast, but you will see him kind of stomp on your head and sit on it and put yourself in a situation where Anvil is just gonna kind of crush your dreams.
Oh, speaking of getting crushed right here, crushing that crafting table. and the cart and a couple blocks right there just for good measure.
Hey, yo!
Wow.
You jumped, I go under you. That's been the pattern. Pocket jumps, I'm going right under. But the fact that you actually calculated that hitbox, right? You put that out before that back air can even hit. My goodness, Syrup just having full understanding of how this character works and utilizing the tools, saying, hey, under you, I have priority, but this sword, this swing, it's faster than that back hit.
It swings, and it swings big, and it swings hard. Great stuff to have the presence of mind to know when my opponent is jumping. Other opponents, you know, I have a bit of a luxury right here, but when I have to fight against another Steve, I have to make sure that this F smash is that much more calculated. Great stuff on Syrup's behalf. Both sides right here, crafting it up.
There you go, take your second guess. That elevator music playing, no problem. It's a loading screen. People take a sip of their water just like us, no biggie.
That's right.
And we're gonna continue our show today. So welcome back to season 3 of Minecraft here on Pokemon Stadium 2. It's a great time and a great time of the day. Great weather looking for Syrup. The maple trees are out and it is looking tasty.
It's looking tasty. It's getting sticky right now. Things are not looking good here for Pocket. Great patience right there. Okay, F smash. A little too overzealous, but hey, with the way that last match wrapped up, I don't blame him. Ooh. The parry game has been real, but you can't parry in the air, said Pocket. Strong lead, 104%. I'm coming through. Ugh, in your face with it.
Man, if you thought that you had any control of me, let me remind you that I have such good movement. I'm gonna go and find my target, lock on, loaded, and hit it. So is Pocket, though. Not in it just yet. Throwing back, get him off my stage. As he makes himself comfortable, grabbing more material, trying to find his way into the minecart, finds his way, but doesn't grab that damage, but so does Pocket. He lands it, that's the difference, and it's looking pretty confident for him.
Very confident. Really, that's going to be key here in this matchup. Syrup, of course, with a lot of confidence in the way that last game sort of wrapped up throw. Yeah, you most certainly are out of here. But right now, that confidence not really where it needs to be right now, but I can't say the same here for Pocket. They are looking damn good. And I'm very, oh my goodness.
Wow, my man walked in. That front door was open, dude. You forgot to lock it.
I'm coming through, okay? It's a sitcom, okay? It is the Pocket Show, and oh my God, you are a reoccurring character in my universe. Great stuff here on Pocket's behalf. Really looking to push this to a 5th and potentially final game to work right here in their regard.
I love that jump air dodge, though, from Syrup. Completely not only evacuating the situation, but understanding that the anvil was going to despawn, and that was going to kind of affect his movement in the air. So he jumped air dodged away to avoid taking any more damage in that case, while running over the competition and kind of controlling this edge here, hopefully catching that jump and the roll from Pocket. And it's just, again, trying to hold on to the lead before he can lose it. We've seen this situation before, Ron.
I am concerned right now.
Me too.
I am very concerned. Syrup right now is able to chisel their way back in here to slightly more even footing, but there is a bit of a percent lead, and we have seen how dangerous that is on both sides, especially Pocket, when they have a little bit of a lead, and how well that they can definitely extend it right here in these final moments. Disengaging, I'm getting these blocks in order. Cart right here, great explosive option. I'm spot dodging through that, excuse me.
Dude, he has spot dodged every single cards over the past few games, even the last set as well. It's been so consistent. He understands when it's coming, the speed, and when he should be rolling instead, as he saw there, and even grabbing and attacking once again underneath the opponent. You don't want to go over. Pocket taking notes from Syrup himself, making the adjustments that he needs to hopefully take this here to a game 5.
Adjustments definitely being applied in the right way. What's it gonna be out of the smoke? Okay, Batman, I see you. When they drop that smoke bomb, you know something heavy's on the opposite end of that. Both sides swing a big F smash, of course. Center stage, this is where Syrup really thrives. Get out of that corner if you want to live right here.
Oh boy, here it comes. I saw the footstool trying to come out, doesn't get, but you got run over, hitting again. The Looney Tunes is back, and I'm scared because you already know Roadrunner is about to get out and completely bamboozle this road that is not even available from all these blocks that are going left and right.
It's getting wacky right now, if I may say so myself. Backing off, that's right, double cart right, definitely a yippee and a yahoo right there. things getting kind of wacky.
Gracious! Everybody, hold on! It's gonna be a bumpy ride!
We're going to Game 5, Michigan comes alive. Jesus Christ in the front row holding that giant Joy-Con. Decided to come out of heaven right here just to see how this was going to go down.
After that match, now my man has drift, okay? Like, I don't know how long you're going to be holding on to that analog, but it is broken. Get it checked. You have great controller checkups too. Pocket needing a second to just compose yourself. And honestly, I think all of us do after that match. That was so intense, the way they were back and forth, knocking over each other in a Tetris of a situation. But though, coming out on top and showcasing the believed and predicted Game 9.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, the job ain't done just yet. Both sides looking prime and ready to go. Syrup, of course, being the emotionless killer that we have known them to be throughout the majority of this bracket. Owning a bit of a breath of fresh air, but you don't want to breathe too heavily right now. You don't want that sigh of relief just yet because the job ain't quite done. You got to figure out a way to close this one out here. Syrup, of course, coming through big.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
Hey, yo, I love seeing kids play with paper swords. It's you know, it's a lot of fun,
Nintendo
right?
Labo. It's a Labo.
It's the same thing. I think that they did a great job with that. A little bit more marketing needs, and there it is, putting it out on top. Available now as you see Syrup have a little bit more of a custom touch on his own.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, my God. Okay, 87%, but we have seen how little a lead actually means right here in a matchup versus these two opponents. You know, I'd like to say, you know, in a different sort of circumstance, whether it's, you know, the Minecraft characters versus Icy Mist, you know, or Wrath or Mystery, you know, a lead is definitely a lead, but here, I mean, one opening really just extends into so much extra damage.
Oh, no, you can't shield for much longer. I mean, I don't know how much before that bubble was going to pop. Syrup just calculated that perfectly before he had to let go of that shield, and he found that one moment for it to just poke itself in, and now I like that Syrup just has the audacity to just stay content, but as I'm saying that, gets in there, hopefully not really unleashing the nerves, but he has no reason now to just go in. He can go ahead and Minecraft away and utilize all these tools that Pokemon Stadium can use.
Shoot.
But let me fight you back the way you bit me, show you how much it hurts.
That's right. Anything you can do, I can potentially do better if piloted properly. Pocket right now, cooking. I'm in the kitchen. Wait a darn old minute. Wait a minute, putting the block in your face, and yes, it's getting wacky at the left. Pocket one stock away from being our Big House 11 champion.
A fantastic rebuttal, and just a 0 to death from Pocket, showing that he is the master of this character and wants to take it home, but don't start celebrating yet, crowd, because this has been a repeated situation over and over again. Hey, don't you dare start crafting because I know what comes next. I'm not letting you get away with that.
No, it ain't happening like that, homie. And of course, staying on top of those blocks, that is not where you need to be. Please get back onto center stage despite you want to anti-air the other side. My goodness, in Pocket, holding it down for Michigan is your Big House 11 Grand Finals champion.
The hug between the two Steve enthusiasts. What a show and what a call out. We talked about so much times that Pocket needed to adjust, get rid of these habits, these patterns, and that was the pattern that Syrup was showing near the end. Every time he would card, Pocket adapted just a little quicker, showing why he is one of the best in the world.
One of the best to ever do it, holding it down for the Midwest. Very curious too, because you know what was funny? We didn't quite see as much craft shenanigans, or more block shenanigans, excuse me, at the top of the screen. Most of it stayed on center stage, which was cool. But one thing that Pocket, I think, really played close to the chest on was, okay, I'm going to start building up these blocks here, and I'm going to start standing on them. They come through with the cart. If they don't have the right sort of diamond or gold, whatever, to pilot that cart properly, I'm going to F-smash through it every darn time. And Pocket did just that. Yes, let's go ahead and take a peek at the replays and relive this magic. Love the F-smash. Right as the blocks were disappearing, Syrup was able to find access to that.
Absolutely, and look at that. I love that you always had a moment in time where everyone could just catch their breath. You know, everybody get what you need, take a little bit of a second, and appreciating the crafting. But no, there it is, the front smash that from Syrup, and then Pocket taking a little bit of his own, right? A little bit of notes from himself. I love these little Looney Tune actions going head-to-head into each other, and Pocket really showcasing more and more as the time went on, utilizing his own skills against
Oh, that was so good, too. Yeah, 100%. That's when you thought you were going to see Anvil. I actually went for the spike there that time just to save on material. And another thing, too, that I think Pocket did a really good job of that I didn't quite see as much of from Syrup was the TNT gameplay at the ledge. Whether you get hit by it, of course, will take the damage, but if you hold shield, I mean, it holds you down in place. I have an explosive option on the ready. It was just so good, and I just feel like I've seen more of the toolkit that Steve possesses on Pocket's behalf than I really seen from Syrup. So great stuff right here, of course. These replays, of course, are just allowing us to relive the
Xiao
magic at
was
this exact. That was
amazing.
ugly. Wow.
What a closer, right? I mean, you got the biggest sword, just cut that card in half to guarantee you that trophy, that amazing achievement that Pocket did strive for. Look at that run from the winner's bracket. I mean, over Icy Mist and then falling to Sierra. But that gave a chance for you to warm up those fingers that you talked about before, Rod. I mean, this dominant performance later on went over the rest of the brackets.
That's right.
Look at that fight here. Pocket 3-1 over Wrath. I mean, it looked so easy, right? We talked about the matchup being a little bit more in that Sonic favor, but didn't matter at all because at the end of the day, you were the better player today.
It most certainly was. Yeah, again, I just felt like there were so many matches where I think Pocket coming into this grand final set had to realize, okay, I'm used to having to play the mental game. I mean, you already have to play that regardless if you're fighting against Steve or playing a Steve character, but I think, you know, when it really comes down to it, you know, after going against Icy Mist, after going against Wrath, you're like, all right, I have the mentality of sometimes less is more. These are my moments where I can really capitalize. These are the moments where I really need to dial it back. And I think kind of coming into that in conjunction with also just being warmed up too. I mean, you just fought against one of the best Sonics in the world. You can't really tell me nothing. So great stuff right there on Pocket's behalf for getting the reset and also holding it down for Michigan too. Again, we can say what we want about the character, but Michigan breeds talent. Some of the best players in Smash history. Home soil is Michigan.
Best tournaments,
best
TOs. They don't care about Steve.
They just don't give a damn. They're just like, hey, whatever. As long as we're in grand finals, who cares? Also, big shout out to the collegiate program too. MSU, Ryder and Suspect, Ridley and Kazuya, two characters where I thought maybe one was going to make it a little bit further. Of course, it's Kazuya, but I did not expect Ryder to do as well as that they were going to do too. Ridley
Bro, I've been complaining about
that was
Ridley.
Crazy.
I've been complaining about Ridley since day one of Ultimate. Shout out to Venom. You know who you are, okay? I've been complaining about that character. That purple lizard dinosaur thing is just not okay, and that has been my personal opinion and beef since day one.
That character is very, very good. You know, maybe not very, very good. Don't let the really enthusiasts hear that, but I think the character is better than what we initially thought.
Yes.
You know, that short hop near and that down tilt, two moves in that toolkit that are very dangerous. But not to harp too much on that, the player that we got to talk about right now, of course, is Pocket, showing how to hold down their region the way that they're supposed to. And I believe I'm supposed to interview this young player. I'm going to let him get up here and talk some trash here in a little bit.
That is my son over there, so I'm going to give him a big hug before you take it away.
Please do.
Thank you, guys. I guess you'll be closing it out with him.
No doubt.
Thank you so much to everyone who's been tuning in, who has supported the entire top 8 and the tournament of Big House, the legendary event that has really started everything.
Oh,
so
100%.
you already know we're going to see you next year, and it'll be bigger and just a bigger house and a stacked house for everybody here.
Oh, no doubt about it. Big House 12 coming soon. Kels, as always, it's an absolute honor to do this with you and a pleasure. Friends out there, if you need another commentator, you already know what you need to do. Her DMs, I'm sure, are open. That email course is ready. Jump in that inbox, and let's get her to some more events, okay? The work was phenomenal.
I appreciate you. I learned a lot from you today. Thank you so much once again.
You know.
Have a great night, everyone, and I hope you enjoy some wise words here from Pocket.
That's right. Pocket, get on over here. Get on over here. I know that's right. A lot of love being shown back here on production. That's right. Get on over here. Now, I want to open the Twitch chat for this interview, okay, because Pocket, last time we talked, I believe, was at Sweet Spot. We had the opportunity to talk a little bit there, and you played completely out of your mind. No surprise, right? Now, this journey, a little bit more difficult than what we were probably initially expecting. You had to reset. You had to come in from the loser side, but most importantly, you had to play with the spirit of Michigan in your soul and on your back. How you feeling?
I'm actually the first Michigan player to ever win a Big House, apparently, which I just learned. I guess I'm not surprised.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, though. You know, being
sure.
from this state. I don't actually live in the east side where Detroit is.
Sure.
Which is a thing that a lot of people that's a misconception. I don't actually live here. I live 2 hours from here. I live in the west side of Grand Rapids.
Whoa.
But dude, coming in from losers, I felt dude, it's a run back no matter what.
Sure.
No matter what, I know I have it in me to win this. I could have won that last set in winners finals. I just flubbed a couple things. I needed energy.
Yep.
So I reset my mind. I walked out the venue for a bit.
Yeah.
I just
it's a mental game.
I kept talking to myself on stage. I don't know if you saw it, but I was talking to myself a lot.
I was wondering who you were talking to.
Yeah,
I didn't want to, everybody's going through stuff. I was like, maybe there's something going on up there.
I'm a very mentally based player, so I have to
sure,
calm myself down a lot. So when I get like tilted and stuff, dude, my mom is calling me.
Is she?
I
Uh-oh.
think. Hello.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, it was very mentally taxing, but like, yeah,
Sure.
I still still pulled through in the end.
Well, let me ask you this. Am I wrong for envisioning you kind of being warmed up for this? You know, again, you know, you win against Icy Mist, you win against Raph. I mean, two player character combinations are going to really test, you know, your mental resiliency, your physical resiliency. Then to go against Syrup, I kind of felt like those were actually some of the right matchups that you needed to have coming into this, because you knew you were going down to the wire.
Wrath was very good for me because he kind of like reminded me like patient, because that's kind of how you play against Sonic. And like when I played against Syrup, I was like, dude, you need to stop approaching him. You need to let him be the aggressor when you have the lead. And that's what happened game 5. I kind of just let him be aggressive towards me first.
Sure.
And then I kind of blew him up for it. So playing Wrath was good. Shiny Mark actually sent me a lot of notes like
Really?
before my Wrath set.
Shout out to Shiny Mark.
Yeah, Shiny Mark, thank you so much for that. I was so nervous for Wrath. Wrath was like the one person I was like the most nervous for this weekend.
Sure.
And he was like I don't know. I prepped for him the most, definitely.
As you should.
And
you know,
Shiny
Sonic
Mark,
does pretty
Shiny
good.
Mark clutched up for me.
That's
a
right.
lot.
100%. So
Syrup, I'm like kind of bad at the Steve Ditto, honestly.
Okay, I was going to ask because you played it pretty well before, but you know this one, this is Syrup, you know, and I don't know exactly how long that they've been playing Steve. That one actually threw me off. I was like, whoa. I thought he was the Ness guy. He's the Steve guy now. How is Pocket going to play in the matchup?
I've known Syrup for like, I don't even know. I've known him since like 2020, so we've known each other for a long time.
About 3 years now, yeah.
About 3 years, yeah. When he was first picking up Steve, he kind of like talked to me a lot about like Steve stuff. So like I kind of knew when he was picking up Steve, and I knew his Steve was real. Like it's really real.
Yeah, it's verified.
And yeah, it's owned and verified.
That's right.
So like I kind of like knew what to expect. Like I wasn't gonna like take this like, okay, this guy like actually plays his character. Like I know he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And also like he has another Steve in his region, Stefan, which I know he plays against a lot.
That's right.
So he kind of like has that experience. I'm like, okay, I need to like focus up. But I also used to have a Steve in my region. His name was Eden, and I used to play him like every single week. So like I kind of like have like that Ditto experience. It's not as like relevant or like prevalent now because he doesn't go to tournaments anymore.
That's right.
But like I still like, you know, I know my things.
You absorb the knowledge that you needed to absorb to succeed. Now let me ask you this really quick. Now I thought it was Onin coming into this, but now it's Pocket. Why we changing the name? Is it you're doing like the Prince thing, like the artist formerly known as? Like what's going on?
Okay, so before Onin, I was a little Wi-Fi warrior. I was like, I was the biggest Wi-Fi warrior ever.
Nothing wrong with that.
8 hours a day on Wi-Fi.
Oh, whoa.
My tag was Pocket during the COVID era. So as soon as offline came back, I changed it to Onin. And I was like, dude, like, I feel like I'm not good anymore. I need to go back to my roots, relearn everything, and then when I'm good again, I can go back to Onin. So I was like, at the end of the year, I'll go back to Onin, but until then, I'm going back to my roots.
Hey, well, you know, you had a really good run when people started to figure out who you were and how dangerous you were. I mean, you won some pretty stacked tournaments, if I may say so myself. In the big house, of course, being as legendary as this is certainly one, you know, for all the bragging rights. You're going to get a banner up in this venue
I know,
here.
yeah.
That's
I was
right. You
thinking
ready
about
for
that
that?
too, yeah.
You're going to get the 2023 banner. So really quick, you know, before we get up out of here, let's talk a little bit of trash. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all the talk on Twitter. Look, I'm an old man, so I try to stay off of Twitter. I'm not here for the thumb thugging. I'm not here to be a finger fugitive anymore. Those days are behind me. But I've seen a lot of the young players, though, like, yo, Steve this, Steve that. There's even some people out there trying to discredit this W. What do you got to say to them out there? And talk it, all right?
Like, Steve, okay, I'm not going to hide it. Steve is the best character in the game.
Boom.
But you don't really just pick him up and win. I feel like there is definitely a learning curve to him. But I don't know. Everyone talking. I don't care if you have Steve banned in your region. I don't care if your tournament bans Steve.
Sure.
If he's banned, I don't go. If he's not banned, I go. I don't like.
That's just that simple.
I don't lose sleep on it. Honestly, I just wish we had like a unified decision at this point. Because arguing on it is like so, like it's such a waste of time, dude.
Yeah.
Like I've seen dumb arguments. I don't really talk about it much on Twitter. Like I'll respond to a couple that I think are like really stupid.
Yeah.
But like some of these arguments are like, oh, dude, they give me headaches.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, we're talking trash, right? I need, dude. If I see another Booker tweet, like, oh my god, every Booker Steve tweet I see, like I feel like I'm getting stupider and stupider, dude. I'm losing knowledge. I love him. He's a cool guy.
Great
cool
guy.
Great guy. His opinions on Steve,
just not really your cup of tea.
They're not there. All right?
Not your cup of tea.
I have friends that are like pro-ban, anti-ban.
Sure.
Yeah, I could be friends with anyone.
That's right.
It's just some arguments just.
You're just like, give it a rest at this
please,
point, you know?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, you're content with it. You're like, you know,
Yeah.
if you know, he's banned, you know, I'm not going to come through. I'll still support
I mean,
you.
I
I might
get it,
reach you,
yeah.
whatever, you know, and if he is it, I'll come through in a big way. So
If you want to enjoy your tournament, like, go ahead. It's your tournament. I'm not going to stop you.
Sure.
Like, I'm not a TO. I don't know. But, like, just at least have a good argument for it.
hey, I know that's right. We got to get up out of here really
Yeah,
quick.
all right.
Go ahead and shout out the people at home, the people watching you, of
Dude,
course.
my-
You got a
my
lot of
mom-
supporters. Even Jesus Christ was in the front row. I was like, whoa, he came up out of heaven to support you.
Dude,
Shout your
yeah.
people out.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. She just called me to check on me. She probably just called me to congratulate me. Hi, Mom. I love you. Shout out to Charcourt, dude. This is a server of all my friends. Char, Eki Dona, Karu, Dark. Like, I saw them. They were all watching me in VC.
Word.
Cheering me on. It's pretty cool. Shout out to Catway.
Okay.
26 Rising.
Hey, I'm about to say, you got to
dude,
shout out the sponsor. Come on.
I'm
homie.
gonna be real. I was gonna. I forgot to pack my merch this weekend.
Ooh,
So, yo, I might get in trouble, low key. I
Uh-huh.
swear I did, but I didn't. I was gonna wear the shirt today, but I forgot.
Hey, it just takes a little getting used to. You got the jersey
my
on, which
fault.
means you're making some money, you're playing, and you're doing what you're supposed to do as a young player out here in the real world navigating.
Steven,
Exciting for you, man.
Steven, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
That's right.
That's my I'm so sorry, dude. I
That's right.
forgot.
They forgot. It's okay. Hey, you know what? Shout out to everybody out there, but most importantly, shout out to you. Of course, you did what a lot of people said you couldn't. You held it down for the home court, and you are the first Michigan-based, base player
Yes,
to win a big
sir.
house, which of course means a lot. You're going to get a banner in the arena,
Dude,
and of
that-
course, you're going to be able to brag about it on those internet streets out there. Big shout out, of course, to Rob and the rest of the TO and production staff for putting on a phenomenal show. Big shout out to this young player, of course, for carrying the torch and doing what you're supposed to do at this tournament, which, of course, is grind, practice, and, of course, execute when the time is needed. Resetting it from the loser side is Pocket, a.k.a. the player formerly known as Owen, and that used to be Pocket once upon a time ago. We're still getting the lore together, but we're still getting ourselves together. We're going to get up out of here. Friends, this has been the Big House 11. It's been such an experience, such a phenomenal show, but we have to call it to an end right now. Keep it locked right here for the next tournament here. Keep supporting BTS Smash. Keep supporting Melee every day. And, of course, keep supporting your locals, friends. We out of here. Peace.